On round 35, 2 shots to the head unless they have armor, and then it's like a bajillion shots. All right, and here we are on round 55. This is the current health cap of zombies. Past this round, zombies have the same health. So even if you go to like round 935, this is exactly how this is going to perform. Let's see how quickly the FFAR is killing zombies. All right, and welcome back, guys. In this video, we're going to be doing another Pack-a-Punch testing video. Recently, we've been going through every single weapon category in Cold War, testing the weapons out in zombies using the highest damage per second weapon. Recently, we tested out the OTS-9, which out of all the SMGs has the highest DPS. Then we also tested out for the pistols. We tested out the DIAMATTIS, which is the highest damage per second pistol. Both those videos will be linked in the description. We'll check those out. In this video, we're testing the highest damage per second assault rifle, and that happens to be the FFAR. A lot of people have been recommending me using this gun in zombies ever since the headshot multiplier buff, and I just never got around to it. But a lot of people are saying it's good. We're going to test out and see if this is the best AR in zombies. Right now, my go-to is the Groza, and then my second favorite would be the FFAR. Both of these are amazing, but technically the FFAR does do more damage per second, which doesn't necessarily mean it's better because there's a few other factors in play. But yeah, we're going to take this on lower rounds, higher rounds, take it all the way to health cap, and see how good the FFAR is in zombies. Whoosh, and just like that, now loaded into Mauder Totem with the attachments we currently have on this. We have 70 bullets starting off in our magazine. I'm going to have my full attachments listed at the very end of the video if you're curious on that. We're actually using, this was in a bundle, one of the more expensive bundles. I think this was a reactive bundle, but this wasn't the main bundle weapon. The main bundle weapon was a KSP gold variant that was reactive, and this was kind of the side weapon, but in my opinion, this FFAR looks better than the main bundle weapon. So that's what we're using here today. By far my favorite FFAR like blueprint I own. Dude, I just love the way the gold looks on this, and I'm so excited to see how this looks with Pack-a-Punch camos, because when you put DM Ultra and Dark Aether on that, you can still see the texture of all that gold ripples there, so we'll probably be able to see it with the Pack-a-Punch camo. But enough of that, let's go ahead and test out this weapon. So red tier, completely unupgraded. It looks like we're doing 163 damage per headshot, and then for a body shot, we're doing 29 damage. That's not bad at all, considering the ridiculous fire rate this weapon has. Just absolutely mowing through the bullets. But that's enough of that. We need to go ahead, open up the map, you know, Pack-a-Punch the weapon to be able to test it more. While I'm doing that, if you're new here and want to sub, I would greatly appreciate it. We're so close to 125k subs. And on top of that, I got to give a huge thanks to everyone who's leave a like, comment, and watch this video in its entirety. Those 3 things help me and my channel out massively. The one major setback I've seen from the FFAR so far is really the hip fire. Out of all the ARs, not gonna lie, the hip fire on this is some of the worst that I've seen. I like the Groza and the FFAR mainly because they've got amazing hip fire, whereas this, yeah, I mean, we're still able to hit a lot of critical kills, but especially when zombies start running on later rounds, we're definitely missing some shots. And even though it has an insane damage per second, that goes down for every shot you miss. But maybe when we get Deadshot, it's going to be a little bit tighter and a little bit easier to hit those headshots on trains while, you know, training backwards. All right, here we go. Round 9. Let's slap on the very first Pack-a-Punch camo on this. Let's see if it keeps the texture. So inspecting it real quick. It definitely does. It's a little bit less noticeable than what it was with DM Ultra, but if you kind of look at it, you can see it, especially when we're not inspecting it. It is a little bit more disappointing than what I thought it was going to be, and I missed every single one of those shots. Let's forget that just happened. But the FFAR has some of the best Pack-a-Punch camo masking, or just camo masking in general in this game. Back when the game first came out, everyone in their screenshots was using the FFAR. Whenever I make like a Dark Aether guide or any sort of guide with a weapon, if you notice, all of those guides have the FFAR. This gun just looks so good with camos. That's one of the bigger pluses of it. But now that we have a Pack-a-Punch, it looks like we are doing 354 damage per headshot and 63 per body shot. Let's also go ahead and put Cryo Freeze on it to help us do a little additional damage. And there's a Panzer. It's going to help with that too. Oh, upgrade the tier, upgrade the tier. Oh, the amount of times I go down trying to, you know, do stuff with armor stations. I should probably do it in between rounds, but here we go. See what we can do to a Panzer. Then again, nothing really kills Panzers that quickly. It's working decently, though. For a round 10 Panzer, I mean, we are using a Pack-a-Punch weapon on round 10, but still better than a lot of other things we've tested so far. And you know, something I've been sleeping on are these piles right here. If I'm not building Klaus, usually I don't do these, but I realized how much free salvage you get from these. It's round 11. I can go ahead. Oh, and we're going to go down here. Oh, let me back out. Let me back out. Yep, and we legitimately just made a comment about this 10 seconds ago. But gotta stop doing it at the start or the middle of a round, because on PC you get locked in there and you're not able to leave unless you can go backwards. So if zombies become behind you, you're completely locked into that menu. But as I was saying, sleeping on these little crates here, because it's round 11 and I've got a second tier weapon, or a second pack-a-punch tier weapon, and we've got it blue tier from upgrading it from their bench. So keep in mind, these piles are here. Even if you're not getting the parts for Klaus, it's a real nice way to just, you know, get some free salvage. But blue tier, second pack-a-punched FFAR, and per headshot, we are doing 1,346 damage. Body shot is 216, already scaling up pretty quickly. You know, and with that, let's go ahead by our final perk being Deadshot. With these videos, I would make Deadshot my last perk, so we can test this out. And let's see just how much better the hip fire is. I mean, the crosshair's got a lot smaller, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good. Let's go farther away here. Hip fire, that is definitely a lot better. Definitely a lot better. Still has a lot of kick with it. Oh, it's the end of the round, of course. All right, and here we are on the next round, testing it against zombies. I mean, it's a lot better. It's actually quite a bit usable. Like before the getting Deadshot, it's a little rough. This is usable, but you are still going to be missing more shots than this than what you will be with the Groza and the FFAR, just because those are a lot more accurate. But this is way better than what I thought it was going to be. Testing it before we got Deadshot, but you don't know. I feel like this might overtake my new favorite AR. We're just gonna have to go to round 55, fully max it out, and see just how quickly it's killing. But we're a little bit more accurate than this one I thought we were gonna be, so it might be pretty good for training on high rounds. All right, now round 25. Let's go ahead, get it purple tier, and on top of that, let's get the final pack-a-punch tier and get this amazing final tier pack-a-punch camo, which works so well on this variant because it's already like a gold style variant, and now we've got that gold accent, and it's still got that purple texture here. I don't think it's going to look much different than a default FFAR pack-a-punch, but still definitely cool to have this variant with it. But let's test out the damage we're doing per headshot now that we have Deadshot, and we have it all the way max pack. Still have to get it orange here. We're doing 9. Wait, was that a full health zombie? Yeah, so per headshot, we're doing 9,000 damage, which is pretty much enough to just single tap into zombies on round 25 and just make them disappear. I have a pretty good feeling about this gun so far. And now finally, here at round 30, we can go ahead, max out the FFAR. Whatever damage this is doing now is kind of the max it's going to do. We've got a third pack all the way up to the orange tier. Wait for some zombies to spawn in. Let's see the first one. How much damage are we doing? Per headshot, we're doing 16,000 damage. Oh, it's because he was frozen. So it's 13,000 damage, or 16,000 if, you know, they're affected by cryo freeze. And on round 30, we can just sit back here and tap fire with this. Like, this is doing enough damage to pretty much one hit a zombie in the head. Same thing with bosses. And we didn't even check out the ammo count. It's got 174 bullets in the magazine with the attachments we have on. That is pretty good, especially with how much damage it's doing. Keep in mind, 55 is a health cap, so we still got a ways to go before zombies kind of max out on health. But especially for low rounds, this is really convenient, easy to use with just the amount of ammo it has and the rate of fire. Oh, cool. And there's an insta-kill. One of the cool parts about really fast-firing weapons is when you get insta-kills, I mean, and this is going to work the same on any round, you can just tap fire a few shots and kill so many zombies. And with how quick this fires, it is super fun to use during an insta-kill. We can just sit here, go back and forth between the two spawn points, just absolutely demolishing everything. I mean, it works like this with every weapon, but the faster the fire, or the faster the fire rate of the gun, the quicker you can just, you know, continuously tap down zombies. All right, round 35. Let's see how quickly we can chomp through an entire horde of zombies. And well, we activated Shatter Blast. Not quite fair, but there's still a ton of zombies after that. And I mean, it's absolutely just annihilating zombies. I think it's a 2-hit. Yeah, it's a 2 headshot. Well, as long as they don't have armor. Normal zombies on round 35, 2 shots to the head unless they have armor, and then it's like a bajillion shots. All right, now moving up to round 45. Let's see how quickly we can kill a horde of zombies with the FFAR. Definitely still chomping through zombies. We're not going to be able to sit in that corner because we'll actually die in that corner. But just hoarding around, shooting zombies, doing a lot of damage. Keep in mind I'm ADSing, and with most other weapons, I would be hip firing. Still actually doing really well with the hip fire as well. Now, all we got to do, go 10 more rounds, go to round 55, and see if this thing still holds up, and kind of compare it to the Groza, which is my current favorite AR in zombies. All right, and here we are on round 55. This is the current health cap of zombies. Past this round, zombies have the same health. So even if you go to like round 935, this is exactly how this is going to perform. Let's see how quickly the FFAR is killing zombies. Not going to lie, that's pretty freaking quick. I mean, for health cap, oh, not as quick as the akimbo pistols, but that's not really a fair comparison because the akimbo pistols are so much better than any other weapon in the game, and I haven't opened this yet. It's round 55. How have I not opened that yet? So yeah, the FFAR actually kills zombies extremely fast, even on health cap, and there's a reason for that. It does the most damage out of any AR in the AR class, doing 82,000 damage per second. That is over 7,000 more from the next highest, which would be the Groza. The Groza is the second highest damage per second assault rifle in the game, doing 75,000 damage, which I don't know, after testing this out before this and testing this right here, the Groza was my favorite AR, and I don't know what I like more now, the Groza or the FFAR. They're both amazing. Yeah, the FFAR does do more damage, but it has that insane recoil, and its hip fire is just not as accurate. When going to higher rounds, if you're hip firing a lot, training a lot, that extra damage, you're going to lose quite a bit of that while you're missing shots if you're not accurately hitting your shots. For me, I still think I might prefer the Groza just because it's a little bit more simplistic to use. You can hip fire really accurately on any round. It's got a ton of ammo, and it still does a decent amount of damage. 75,000 damage per second is a very good amount. And I guess it just comes down to what I'm doing. If I'm looking for that peak performance, trying to do the most damage possible, and I don't mind kind of adjusting for the recoil, kind of ADSing and not hip firing as much, I'll probably use the FFAR. But if I'm just looking for like a chill game of zombies, trying to kind of coast through high rounds, probably going to pick the Groza because it still has a ton of damage and it's just a little bit more simplistic to use. A lot of times when I'm playing zombies, I want to just put something up on another monitor, watch a show, not really worry too much about controlling an insane amount of recoil. And it's not like the FFAR has an insane amount, but it is a little annoying. And unless you're completely on your game, trying to keep it down, you're going to be missing a lot of shots. And if you're starting to miss shots with the FFAR, you're going to lose the edge it has with that extra damage. I think for a lot of people, the Groza is going to be the best pick for the AR, but we haven't done a full testing style video for that. If you guys want to see a full testing style video for the Groza, I know a lot of people like the FFAR as well. The FFAR is another amazing AR. All these damage numbers, all of this was gathered from Curtis Wolf, so I'll leave a link in the description. He's got a spreadsheet kind of going through all this. Man has done an insane amount of testing to get all these numbers, and he allows us to be able to make videos like this with a little bit more accurate numbers, so make sure you give the man a huge thanks. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, that's it for this one, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. I want to take the last moment here to give a thanks to everyone who's became a Twitch sub, our YouTube member, and an extra special thanks to those who have taken above and beyond. We've got Chef, aka Chief, aka Classified. We've got the man whose name should be really easy to pronounce, Yamaster. We've got my friend with the most stable PS5 ever, DX2069. We've got the Big Mac Bandit himself, Brian Plays. We've got the man, the myth, the legend, Cryptic, and then we have the absolute boss, Hunter Redondo. All these people have taken a step above and beyond and became Unlock++ members on YouTube. Thank you so much, true homies.